Hi friends, it's so good to see you all again. I love and miss every single one of you so much, and I hope to see you guys really soon. But hopefully I'll see some of you guys on Wednesday for the parade that we're having at school. But anyways, this week we're going to be learning about deserts. And one of the things that's in the desert that we're going to learn about is a plant called a cactus. And so a cactus is a spiky green plant that lives in the desert. And one of the reasons that they're able to live in the desert is because they're succulents. And that means that they can store water in their roots, in their stems, and in their leaves. And so that helps them because since it doesn't rain a lot in the desert, they can store that water for a really long time. So they can go about 1 year without having to have any water. So that's pretty cool. So we have 2 different activities for the cactus. There's one for the kids that are not as want to be hands-on with the paint all in their hands, so it's more clean. And then there's a messier version that involves getting your hands a little bit dirty. So parents, whichever one you prefer or your kid will prefer, totally up to you. You'll just need some paint, some paint brushes, a crayon, marker that's green, whatever you have around your house, and some scissors, some paper, and then I have a plastic fork. You don't need to use a plastic fork. You can use regular fork. Whatever has these type of spikes at the end of you have in your house can be fine too. I just used a plastic fork. So I already drew the outline of the cactus. I have this big one, and then I have these little baby ones. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these out real quick so we can be able to glue them on to the paper real quick. You'll need glue too. So let's cut these out so we can have them. Parents, you might want to do this part if you don't trust your kids with scissors just yet. So we're gonna cut this out. You gotta make sure you get all around. We're gonna cut this little end off. Now you have the big cactus cut out. So now we're gonna cut out the little baby ones. We're gonna cut it off, and we have the little baby one. We have one more to cut out. There we go. And now we have 1, 2, 3 cacti. So now you're gonna take your cacti and you're gonna glue it onto a paper. I have my paper divided because I'm doing 2 different activities, but you don't have to do it that way. So we're just gonna use this side of the paper for this one. And you're gonna put glue all over your big cactus and make sure it's all covered in glue so it can stick to the paper. We're gonna cover it and we're gonna flip it over and stick it to the paper. You can put it anywhere you want. So we're gonna put mine right there. And you're gonna wanna hold it down for 5 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Now we're gonna do the baby ones. You gotta put glue all over them. Make sure they're all sticky. You can put this anywhere you want to. So we're gonna put this one over here. And again, hold it down for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now we're gonna do our last one. Put some more glue and then stick it wherever you want. And so I use the same color paper because I didn't have any more paper, but if you want to use green paper, since a cactus is green, that would be better. But because I don't have any green paper, I decided that I'm gonna color in the cactus with a green pencil or a green pen. You can use markers, crayons, color pencils, whatever you have in your household. I'm just gonna use this so you can see where the cacti are. So I'm just gonna draw lines so you can see the color of the cactus. We're gonna use it to cover the whole cactus so you can see all of it. Now we're gonna go this way just to cover it some more, give it some more color, make it more green. Yolk, like we've learned in school, is green in Hebrew. Like I said, you can use other utensils. I just use this one. So there's our first cactus. Now I'm gonna do the little baby ones and get those colored up. So you can see them just a little bit better. Doing the last baby one. Okay, so now you see where my 3 cacti are, and you can see the outline of them. And now, like I said before, cacti are spiky plants. So we're gonna get some green paint if you have any. We're gonna put some. You're gonna take the fork that I told you about earlier and you're gonna dip it into the green paint. And you're gonna wanna get the tips of it all green. And then you're gonna take it to your cacti and you're just gonna press it down for like 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And you're gonna wanna do it all over the cactus. So you're gonna need quite a few things of paint. So let's do it over here, and it should look like that, like the spiky green stuff of the plant, of the cactus. And you're gonna do it all over the cactus. Or if you wanna do it in just certain places, you can do that too. You're gonna go this way, you're gonna go in all directions and cover the whole thing. So it looks like it has spikes all over it because that's how they look in the desert. Yeah, this came out really good. I gotta get this side. That's my big cactus. See how it's covered with green spikes now because of the fork? Now we gotta do the baby cacti. So we gotta get a little bit more paint to do the baby ones. Okay, we're gonna do my last baby one now. There. Now we have 3 spiky cactus. Look at that. And this is optional, but once that dries, you can put some glue around the bottom here and put a lot of glue. And then you can go outside and find some sand and stick it on there. I can't do it now because I'm inside, but that's an option to make it look more like it's in the desert, since there's a lot of sand in the desert. So that's the cleaner version of doing this project. And then there's a messier version, which I'm about to show you. You're probably gonna need a little bit more green paint because I used a lot. And you can pick whichever hand you want. And you're gonna paint your hand. You're gonna paint it green. Yolk. You're gonna wanna cover your whole hand and make sure it's all covered with green paint. Because after you cover your whole hand with paint, you're gonna stick it on to the paper. You wanna make sure you have a lot so it shows up on the paper. And you can see your handprint very easily. I have a bigger hand, so this is taking a little bit longer. Gotta make sure I cover all of it. Okay, now I gotta do my fingers. Make sure to get your fingers. Ooh. Feels really weird on my hands. Okay. Should look something like that, all messy and green. Now you have a green hand. So you're gonna take it on this second piece of the paper. You're gonna stick your hand down. And you're gonna push on your hand and make sure you push on every finger so you get all the paint from your hand onto the paper, and you can make an outline of your hand. You can make your handprint. Make sure you push on your palm, and we're gonna hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, and now we have a handprint. So now what you're gonna do is we gotta make the little spikes, but instead of making the spikes with the fork, we're gonna make them with little tiny brush strokes. So you're gonna need some black paint if you have some. Doesn't have to be black, it can be any color you want, really up to you. I'm just gonna use black. And so you just need a tiny brush or something tiny. It doesn't have to be a brush, just something really tiny so you can make the spikes little. You don't have to make them huge. So we're gonna dip them in the paint and just make little green spikes coming out of your fingers, because your fingers is the plant. Your fingers are the cacti. So you gotta make little spikes coming out of it. It should look something like that. And you're gonna wanna do it to all your fingers and your palm. So you're gonna have to cover the whole thing with little spikes to make sure you can get it all. Now I gotta do my thumb. Make sure I put some spikes on there. Got 2 more fingers left. Let's see. You don't have to put as many spikes as I'm putting, or you can put more. It's really up to you. Okay, now we're gonna do my palm to get some green spikes, or some black spikes coming out of my palm. Perfect. So that's how my cacti look. And then this is my one with my hand with all the spikes coming out. And this part's optional, just to make it more fun and more creative. You can add little flowers, because cacti grow little flowers. So I'm gonna add purple flowers. Yours doesn't have to be purple. It can be any color you want. I just chose gold. So So you're going to take the same one that you're using for your spikes and dip it in the purple and just make little flowers all along the plant, because they grow little flowers and it's cute. You can make a lot, a little, you can add 1 or 2 flowers, or you can add whatever else you want to make it your own type of cactus. And then now you have little flowers on your cactus and it makes it cute. So yeah, parents, if you want to then pull up a photo of what a cacti looks like, the actual plant, then you can show your children like, this is yours, and then this is what they look like in the desert, and you can see how similar they look. But yeah, that's optional for you guys. I hope you guys have a safe week and a great time with your families, and I hope to see you guys on Wednesday for the parade. Bye!